I've been dating a girl for 3 weeks. I'm breaking up with her already. She invited me over to meet her parents last Sunday, and honestly, I thought it was a good sign. In my culture, parents meeting your partner early means you're serious, so I was actually looking forward to it. I even brought flowers and a bottle of wine. The second I walked in, her dad was sitting on the couch. He stood up, shook my hand, said hey in almost a whisper, then sat back down. That was it. The entire introduction was maybe 5 seconds. Her mom, though, completely opposite. She grabbed me in this bone-crushing hug, laughed so loud I actually jumped, and started firing questions at me before I even got my shoes off. What do I do for work? Where am I from? Do I have siblings? All while practically yelling in my face. We sat down for dinner and I tried making conversation with her dad. Asked him about work, about the photos on the wall, normal stuff. He'd give me one-word answers in this quiet voice, then go back to eating. Meanwhile, her mom and my girlfriend were talking over each other, laughing at everything. Their voices just getting louder and louder. The walls in that house probably haven't known silence in years. Then I noticed something. Every time her mom laughed, which was constantly, she'd reach over and smack her dad's arm. Not like a playful tap either. Full force slaps that made this loud crack sound. He'd flinch every single time but never said anything, just kept eating like it wasn't happening. Like he'd learned a long time ago that reacting only made things worse. My girlfriend was doing the same thing to me. Every time she got excited about something, she'd punch my shoulder or grab my arm hard enough to leave marks. I thought it was just her being enthusiastic, but watching her mom do the exact same thing to her dad made my stomach turn. About an hour in, I excused myself to use the bathroom. I needed a break from the noise, from watching this guy get hit over and over while everyone acted like it was normal. When I came out, he was standing in the hallway, just standing there in the dark, waiting. He looked at me, and his voice was so quiet, I had to lean in to hear him. Be careful, he said. They're the same. You'll get hurt in more ways than one. Then he walked back to the dining room without another word. Didn't explain, didn't elaborate, just that warning, and he was gone. I stood there for a minute trying to process what just happened. When I went back to the table, her mom was in the middle of some story, slapping the table so hard the glasses were shaking, hitting her dad's arm every few seconds. He just sat there taking it. His arm was actually red from all the hits. That's when everything started clicking into place. Last week, my girlfriend threw my Xbox controller against the wall because she lost at Forza. She laughed about it after, but the controller was completely cracked, $60 down the drain. 2 days ago, she screamed in my face during an argument, so loud my ears were ringing for an hour. She apologized, but said I was being too sensitive, that I needed to toughen up. Just yesterday, she punched my arm while we were watching a movie because something funny happened. It hurt enough that I had to rub it for 5 minutes, and when I mentioned it, she rolled her eyes and said I was being dramatic. There was a bruise there this morning, dark purple and tender to touch. I thought about her dad sitting at that table, flinching every time his wife's hand came down, staying quiet because any reaction would probably make it worse. How many years has he been living like that? 20? 30? How many bruises has he covered up? How many times has he been told he's too sensitive, that he can't take a joke? I'm 3 weeks in and I can already see where this goes. The throwing things will get worse. The hitting will get worse. The screaming will become normal. And one day, I'll be the one sitting silently at a dinner table while she tells our kids this is just how she shows affection, that daddy's just being dramatic again. Her dad tried to warn me. He's been living my future for decades and he saw himself and me sitting at that table, a younger version of him who still had a chance to get out. I'm not ignoring that warning. I'm breaking up with her tomorrow. I already know what she'll say, that I'm overreacting, that she's just playful, that I can't take a joke. The same things her mom probably says to her dad, but I watched him flinch 27 times during a 2-hour dinner and I counted every single one. I'm not spending the rest of my life doing the same thing.